Okay, so exams are just around the corner, right? You're probably starting to feel that pressure. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to completely transform how you prepare, swapping out those stressful last-minute cram sessions for a strategy that'll make you feel confident and in control. Let's get right into it. You know that feeling when the clock is ticking and it feels more like a countdown to disaster? Yeah, not fun. But what if you could walk into that exam room feeling like you've actually got this, like you're truly in control? Well, that's exactly what we're aiming for. So first up, let's talk about the real problem, the exam pressure itself. See, that pressure pushes us into these study habits that feel like we're being productive, but honestly, they're often holding us back. We're going to talk about how to move from just passively rereading your notes to actually actively mastering the material. Come on, you know you've done this, I've done this, we all have. You spend hours going over the stuff you already know because, well, it feels good. It gives you a false sense of security. Meanwhile, that one really tough chapter just sits there and you keep telling yourself you'll get to it tomorrow. It's a classic trap. But here's the good news. There is a much smarter way to do this, a more efficient way. It's all about changing up your strategy. So let's get into the actual solutions. I've got 3 really powerful techniques that are honestly going to change the way you study forever. All right, technique number 1 is the absolute foundation of studying effectively. It's called active learning. This is where you stop just staring at your notes, being a passive observer, and you actually become part of the learning process. The whole idea is simple. You have to test yourself if you want to truly remember anything. And the core of active learning is something called active recall. Think about it like this. Passively reading your notes is kind of like just looking at a map. You might recognize the route, but active recall, that's like trying to draw the map from memory. See the difference? That act of pulling the information out of your brain is what actually builds strong connections and anchors it in your long-term memory. So how do you actually do this? Well, quizzes and flashcards are gonna be your new best friends. And you don't even have to make them all by hand anymore. There are some great apps out there like Quizlet, NQZ, and Gizmo that can turn all your notes into interactive tests. It makes this whole active recall thing way more engaging. Okay, so building up that solid base of knowledge is absolutely key. But just knowing the stuff, that's only half the battle. You ready for the secret weapon? Past papers. Seriously, this isn't just about practicing. It's like doing strategic reconnaissance before the big day. And here is why this is pure gold. Your professors, they're creatures of habit. Very often, from one year to the next, you're going to see the same type of question, or sometimes literally the same question. So when you're grinding through those old exams, you're not just studying the material, you're getting a sneak peek at the test itself. It's the closest thing to a legal cheat sheet you're ever going to get. And getting your hands on them is usually way easier than you think. First step, just ask your professor. Don't be shy. If that doesn't work, check your university's online system, like Moodle or whatever platform you use. They're often just sitting there waiting for you. All right, our third and final technique is a total game changer, especially for those difficult topics we've all been avoiding. It's called the cup method, and it is all about one thing, forcing you to focus your energy on what you don't know instead of what you do. The idea is so simple, but it is so effective. You basically take all of your flashcards and sort them into 3 piles, or cups. These can be actual cups, boxes, whatever. It's a system for organizing your knowledge so that you spend the most time on the stuff you haven't mastered yet. No more hiding. So here's how you set it up. Cup 1 is for everything you really don't get. This is your red zone, the stuff that makes your brain hurt. Cup 2 is your yellow zone. You're getting it, but it's still a little fuzzy. And cup 3 is your green zone. This is the material you know so well, you could probably teach it. But the real magic isn't just sorting them, it's how often you review each cup. And this is where it all comes together, with a little spaced repetition. The flashcards in cup 1, you review those every single day. No exceptions. That's your priority. Cup 2 gets reviewed every 2 days. And cup 3, the stuff you've already mastered, just needs a quick look every 3 days to keep it fresh. It's a systematic way to turn your biggest weaknesses into your strengths. Okay, let's pull all of this together. We've just gone through 3 really powerful but also really different techniques. Now let's see how they fit together to create your personal success plan. So here it is, the big takeaway. These 3 techniques aren't meant to be used in isolation. They work best as a team. You use active recall to build that solid foundation of knowledge. You use past papers to figure out the game plan for the exam, and you use the cup method to focus your training on your weak spots. Put them all together, and you can walk into any exam feeling totally prepared. So there you have it, 3 amazing tools to put in your study toolbox. But just knowing about them isn't enough, right? The real question is, which one are you going to try first? Pick one, start tonight, and see what a difference it makes. Good luck with those exams. You've got this.